Okay, morning of day 8. I'm still not quite out of bed. Yesterday I told myself I'd have better mornings. Like I'd have a better attitude in the mornings. I've been waking up grumpy, and then I've been good once I started to get going. But then last night I had a crisis. When I went to bed I had like this weird bump on my back. It was almost out of like sight line. I could just barely see it, but it was a welt and a streak. And I just decided it was a weird mosquito bite. I'd take a look at it in the morning. I woke up at 1 a.m. and it felt warm and it felt like the streak had gotten bigger. So then I was worried about infection. So from 1 to 2, I was looking up exits from the trail because I can't go another week with an infection in my back. So I had a hard time sleeping after that, obviously. And when I woke up this morning and I could actually see it, it's just a mosquito bite. My mattress, my camping pad is closed cell foam and it's kind of egg crate shaped, so if I lay on it in a certain way it creases, and that's what I thought the streak was. I thought it had gotten bigger, but it was just a crease from the closed cell foam. So I'm a little tired. But I do know in detail all the exit routes, all of them, from this point. So, a little tired. At Muir Pass in about 7.6 miles. Let's see if this climb wakes me up a little bit. And here we go. Uphill for almost 8 miles. Next stop is Evolution Lake. Just came out of Evolution Valley. Just did that climb to this beautiful landscape in the morning light. Unbelievable. Should be getting close to Evolution Lake, and excited to see what that looks like in the morning light too. I can hear voices here, so I think people are camping, so I'm gonna be a little quiet. I'm a little bummed because this is Evolution Lake that I've been hyping up, and it is in shadow. Come across here a little bit. There we go. We got some nice morning reflections. But when the when the light is on this, it is beautiful. Here we go. We're starting to get more of the beauty of Evolution Lake again. It looks much prettier when there's more light. So I should be at, I guess, 10,800 feet. Right now, Muir Pass is at just a shade under 12,000 feet in elevation. If I remember correctly, it is a gradual ascent and gradual descent. So that's good. It'll take a while to get there, a couple more miles. But it's the one that has the cute little round shelter at the top. This isn't Evolution Lake, but this is technically Evolution Creek, which flows down to the valley. And it is looking good in the morning light. Just swing around here, then it will cascade down into that valley and then create that crossing that I did yesterday. You know, it's amazing just how much your outlook can change with an hour or two on the trail in the morning. I am at total relaxation right now. I mean, look at my surroundings right now. This is insane. I'm sitting here in the sun next to this nice little outlet, mixing up my electrolytes, and about to have some breakfast when early this morning I thought I'd be making an escape out of the mountains because I have an infection in my back, which turned out to be a mosquito bite. So anyway, this outlet is coming down from the lake above, Sapphire Lake. She's going to be back here. This is the direction of Muir Pass. And what happens with these big passes is there's these different levels or tiers, and usually one of them has a lake, and then it will spill down into the next tier. So down where you can see this, there's a little dip that leads down to where I just was with Evolution Creek and Evolution Lake. Up on the next level or tier of this climb up to your Muir Pass is Sapphire Lake, and I think it's aptly named. This is a very beautiful lake. Look at this. Next level up. This should be Wanda Lake and Evolution Creek, though what determines where the creek begins and the lake ends, I don't know. But this is stunning, and there's still some snow on these higher peaks. The pass is going to be clear, but I like that there's snow up there because that's where our water comes from. And that's gone. And there's problems. Marmot sighting. Always by these passes. They are cute. Very destructive though. They like stuff with salt, so they will eat any of your equipment that has salt on it. So when I camp near marmots, everything goes in my tent. Here's one that's much closer. Not even zoomed in on them. Here we go. This is Marmot City up here. Of course he's gonna go behind the rock. Hey, Marmot. Alright. He'll leave you alone. I gotta get to the pass. Alright. Final ascent to the top. You can see that little triangle thing is the top of the Muir hut, the Muir shelter. Flip around this way. See where I just came from. I did ask some of the PCT hikers coming down if there were a lot of people up there. They said yes. So, I don't know how much of the Muir hut itself I will actually be filming if it's just crowded full of people. But I'll see when I get up there. Definitely film it from the outside though. By some miracle, the huge group of PCT hikers that were just up here just left. So I have the entire pass to myself. That's the Muir hut. And then I will be heading down, I think straight this way. So, since they are gone, Muir hut. Building was constructed in 1930 by Sierra Club in cooperation with Sierra National Forest and dedicated to the memory of John Muir. Muir hut is intended as a temporary shelter for hikers caught in storms on this exposed section of trail. Overnight camping and fires prohibited. And somebody did not like the prohibited part of that. So, gonna take a peek inside. The door was just shut. Let's see if I can put my... It already smells like marijuana in here. Cute little hut though. Keep the door open here. Just a circular hut. Actually, it doesn't smell that bad. I think they were smoking it on the steps. Then there's that round ceiling. And then here's the another little sign about how this is a memorial shelter for John Muir, since this is Muir hut on Muir Pass on the John Muir Trail. Alright, now heading down the south side of Muir Pass. You can probably see the hut is just behind these rocks here. The little chimney. That's a nice hut for an emergency shelter, in all honesty. This is just so strikingly barren coming down the other side. I mean, coming up on the north side, you know, it was rocky like this too, but there weren't like those lakes surrounded by absolutely nothing. Kind of a different landscape up here. But of course I'm moving down, so I'm going to be moving down to the more vegetated areas soon. This is so bizarre. This is where the trail goes, but it has to scramble over this outlet. This is totally new to me because this was covered in snow. The trail was not the trail. I think we came over on the right side here. I remember this stream coming up being on my right. This is kind of insane. So this is looking back to where I just crossed, and there is another trail coming up on the other side. I checked my GPS and I think I'm on the right trail. As you can see, there's two trails coming up here. This is super confusing. But I think I'm on the right one. I'll find out if I'm not eventually. I've got to be honest, I think I like this section better when it had snow. It's all loose rocks and sometimes it's a scramble. With snow with the microspikes, at least you could just plant your foot. Here you have a good chance of rolling your ankle. Swing back. Alright. I've had enough of this landscape. Let me get to the shrubby parts. I want to descend. Oh, look at this. We still got a waterfall running. And starting to get some vegetation. Instead of just rocks. That actually it took a long time to come down from. I'm clearly still on my descent, but those rocky areas were very difficult to move through. Coming down a little further in elevation and getting some nice views. Dropping down in elevation even more. I'm actually pretty tired. I'm feeling that lack of sleep that I didn't get. I was kind of blaming the tripping over the rocks on the rocks being loose, but I'm also tripping over rocks down here too. So I think I need to slow things down and make sure I don't trip and fall because I am very tired. I've been complaining about no cascades and now I've been following one all day. This actually started right up near Muir Pass and the trail's been following it all day. And it's gonna continue following it down into this beautiful scene. Look at this. Down in it now. I would have said it before of that valley level, but this keeps going down. I guess it's technically valley level. Around here. So I'm still following Mill Fork of the Kings River. I'm gonna be following it for a while, and I'm probably finding a campsite along it. I don't think I'm gonna make it to the next junction, which is the junction for Palisades Creek, which I would then follow to my next pass. But I think I'm camping along the Middle Fork Kings River tonight. Okay, I managed to find a campsite kind of near the meadow, which means day 8 done. I'm done with day 8. I'm so tired. I'm ready to go to bed. Tomorrow is going to be Muir Pass.